What's good, YouTube? Freedom My Productions here, and hey, today we can do a quick review on Peacemaker season 2 finale. Just finished watching Peacemaker, and it was a good finale. I really enjoyed it. It hit you in the feels, and I liked how they kind of set it up for season 3. Hopefully, we do get a season 3. It hasn't been announced yet. Hopefully, we do get one. Uh, I heard the ratings were so this season, and that's kind of sad because this season is so good, man. This season blows season 1 out of the water, hands down. This is like one of my favorite shows this year. Period. That's how good Peacemaker season 2 is. It's like one of my favorite shows so far I've seen this year, and hopefully we do get a season 3. But just a quick recap and everything for season 2. Spoilers. Well, just for this finale episode. Um. So pretty much Peacemaker in jail, he's licking his wounds and feeling down on himself because of things that happened on Earth X with his brother and his dad. And his brother's still coming too. So if they do a season 3, his brother definitely going to be one of the villains in season 3 for sure. But he's in jail. He don't want to see none of the friends, Ads or Adrian or nobody. But and give it up to Ads, man. Yo, she's the MVP of not only this episode, but this whole season. Like, I didn't like her character that much in season 1. I thought her character was okay at first, but I kind of didn't like her. Well, at first I didn't like her, but then by the end she was okay. But this season made me love her, man. I think Ash is like one of the best characters of the show, period, hands down. And she carried this show, man. She carried this episode. For sure. So like Ads, Ads, everybody was trying to see Peacemaker. He was turning everybody down. It turns out that Harcourt, she's going through the door because Rick Flag Sr., he's sending everybody through the door to explore new worlds to try to find. They don't know what they're looking for. They don't know what they're trying to find. Harcourt think they're trying to find resources from another Earth, but she's not sure because Rick Flag's not telling them nothing. But they go into one world where it's like Willy Wonka on crack. It's like the world's made of candy and cotton candy and just everything sweet like you would see in the Willy Wonka factory. And it turns out these little evil Oompa Loompas, I don't know what they are, I don't know what you want to call them. They eat humans' flesh or whatever. They eat humans. So they came out, started attacking them, killed one guy. And then another world they went to was like spiders with skeleton skulls. Another world they went to, what was the other world? Oh, zombies. They went to a zombie world. What's another world they went to? They went to one world. It was like just a black hole. It went into outer space. It was like a black hole. Now, all the worlds, that's the most dangerous to me. That's terrifying to me. You get blown into a black hole. That's scary as shit. And so they're losing people. People are dying, and while people are dying, Rick Flag is celebrating. He's getting drunk. His staff is still celebrating, getting drunk. Like, and they're doing coke. They're doing all this crazy stuff while people are just dying. And it seemed like he doesn't care about all the death. It got to the point that Bordeaux, the cyborg chick, fine as hell by the way, she even started noticing like, okay, this dude's not the guy I thought he was. He's willing to sacrifice all these people for something we don't even know. And at this point, it seemed like he's working for Lex at this point because he's sending Lex messages and stuff about all the Earths they finding, and Lex like, good, keep going. So at this point, he's like fully on board with Lex, and Bordeaux knows it. Harcourt knows it. Economists, everybody know it. They're like, yo, this he's bad news, man. So yeah, Rick Flag Sr. is a villain. He turned out being one of the villains this season. Just not an antagonist, but a straight up villain. And so they have their worries about Rick Flag, like they should. And then we get into Ads. She realized they have to get Chris out of jail, so she goes to Adrian. Adrian has all that money, down in his room in his basement, and she's like, "Look, Adrian, we need this money. We need to bail Chris out and get him a lawyer." Of course, Adrian wasn't trying to do it, but Ads, she's smart. She convinces Adrian to do it. She kind of does this Buzz Bunny thing, and kind of tricks him by playing with his ego, getting him to do it. And he decides to do it. They take the money, they bail him out. Chris, he checks himself into a hotel because he wants to get out of town. Um, we finally see the boat scene. We've been waiting this whole season. I mean, episode 1 this season. We've been wanting to know what happened with this boat because Peacemaker keeps bringing up the Harcourt. Like, look, did anything mean? Did it mean anything to you? What happened on the boat? Let's talk about what happened on the boat. We finally see what happened on the boat. They went out. They went to Big Belly Burger. Shout out to Arrow, the CW DC because they still continue with the Big Belly Burger. It turns out this Big Belly Burger is a restaurant / bar. They get drunk and they have a good time at the bar. They leave. They're walking across the docks or something, walking around the docks. And they realize it's a concert happening on the boat. I think the name of the group is called Nelson, and that's like the name of this episode is called The Full Nelson. So they get on the boat, him and Harcourt, and while they're listening to the song, Peacemaker and Harcourt start to make out. Right? We finally get the kiss we've been wanting since season 1. We finally get the kiss. I know that has to be awkward for James Gunn seeing his wife straight up make out with John Cena, but it is what it is. You know, they got to be professional, I guess. But so they make out. She freaks out. She leaves. So that's what happened. This whole time, I think a lot of people thought they slept with each other, but they didn't. They just made out, and she got freaked out about it. She left. So that's what happened, and while Chris is in the hotel room, we finally got some closure with Ash and her wife. She goes see her wife, realizing she tells her wife like, you know, we're not meant for each other. We got 2 different paths. We're going 2 different directions. You know, it was good while it lasted. So they finally covered that. So that's done. So Bordeaux, she hits Harcourt up, and she's like, look, you know, we need to meet. We need to talk. So they go to Big Burger, the same Big Burger that her and Peacemaker had their date on. And Bordeaux pretty much tells her, like, look, Rick Flag Senior, he's done. He's lost it. He's going crazy. And she tells him that they found out the reason. Well, she found out the reason why Rick Flag Senior had them going through all these doors looking for whatever they were looking for, which they thought was resources. But really, when she goes to a meeting with Rick Flag, and they found out the reason why he's going through all these doors. He's trying to find a prison planet so he could put all metahumans on there. So Rick Flag wants to get rid of all the metahumans and put them on their own planet because he thinks he's saving the Earth that way. He's saving civilization that way. And so Bordeaux, she's a cyborg. Technically, now she's a metahuman. That would kind of affect her too. So she has some type of, you know, she got her neck in the game at this point. So she's like, whoa, wait a minute. You know, even though Rick Flag Sr. is trying to say that he only want to put the bad metahumans there, like the criminals, but you know they won't stop with that. They eventually, because he's working for Lex, and Lex want to put all metahumans away. So of course that's what it's going to lead to, and she know it. So she goes to Harcourt. Harcourt's like, damn, okay, I got somebody you need to talk to. So she gets ads. Ads show up. Ads come up with a plan of something they need to do. But first they need Peacemaker. And they finally meet up with Peacemaker. Well, they track Peacemaker down at the hotel. They meet up with him. They get in the room. And it's probably one of the best scenes out of the whole series, where Ash is talking to Peacemaker. And it's a tearjerker, man. Ash laid it all on the floor. How she tells him how she loves him. And that, you know, like they all love him. And that he needs to come back. And they can't do this without him. And that, you know, like, he's not cursed. You know what I'm saying? It's that when people tell him to do things, it goes bad. But when Chris followed his heart, it goes good. And it was really heartfelt, man. I think everybody did a great job. I think John Cena did a great job. Especially the actress who plays Ads. Amazing, man. Tearjerker, man. It was great. So Chris, you know, Peacemaker, he finally talks to Harcourt, and he asks her again, did it mean anything? The kiss on the boat, did it mean anything? And she finally gives him the answer he's been waiting for, and she says yes. it meant everything to her. And he starts to dance. So with that, Chris is on board. Uh, and what they end up doing was they end up taking all the money Adrian had, all the drug money he had, and they opened up their own business called Checkmate. And that's actually a group in the comic books. I didn't know that. But it's actually a group in DC called Checkmate. But I think the people in the group in the comic books are different, but it's all the same. But so they open up their own business called Checkmate, and the 11th Street Kids get some new members. So the new members we get is Judo Master, right? We get Flurry, and we get Bordeaux. So our group has just got bigger. We got a cyborg now. We got Judo Master on the team, and we got Flurry. And Flurry's hilarious. Early in the episode, he was telling a joke about this one guy who went to the strip club with him and threw up on a stripper. Man, that was hilarious. They had me crying laughing. Funny story. But yeah, so they showed them opening up their own spot, Checkmate and everything. And I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop. I'm like, okay, everything's too good. Something bad's gonna happen. So I was just waiting. I'm like, oh man. And I'm looking at the time too. I'm checking the time. I'm like, oh man, it's gonna end any minute. Oh, something bad's gonna happen. And sure enough, Chris is going back to his room. He gets kidnapped. They put a bag over his head, throw him in a van. And next thing you know, they pull him out the van, and he's where they got the interdimensional door. He's at the little place where Rick Flag Jr. is at. And Rick Flag pushes him through the door. And he's in this world where they're going to have a prison world. Oh, I didn't even say that. I forgot to say this. But yeah, eventually they do find a world that they think is normal. They find this one world, it's just like Earth, and it's empty. It's like nothing there. Or at least they think nothing's there. And they're like, okay, this is the perfect world. We're going to make this the prison world. That we're going to put all the metahumans. So they push Chris through that door, and they close the door behind him. And Rick Flag Sr.'s like, yeah, this is for my son, Ricky, and he locks him in this world. Now, Peacemaker, Chris, he's stuck behind this door in a whole different dimension. And Chris is looking around in this open field, and all you hear is like crazy screaming and like animal noises coming out the woods. Like a huge animals are getting ready to come and pounce on him. And that's how it ends, man. That's the end of Peacemaker Season 2. Chris is stuck in a different dimension with who knows what. And now it's going to be up to the 11th Street Kids, or what you call them, Checkmate now. It's going to be up to Checkmate to find Chris and save him. They're going to have to get past Lex Luthor, Rick Flag Jr., and all these other people who got it for Chris, man. Chris can never catch a break, man. But that's why we love Peacemaker, man. Fingers crossed, Season 3. Please announce it. I want to see it. And please don't make us wait like 3-4 years like you did before. Come on, man. A year or two, it's okay. 3-4 years, no, it's not okay, man. A year or two, get on it. Come on, James Gunn. I know you got a lot on your plate, man. You're rebuilding the DC. But, man, don't leave us hanging to dry with Peacemaker, man. Come on, man. Get it done, man. But I thought this season was great, man. I love this season. Even though this episode, I think a lot of people think it's going to be slower. I think they wanted to go out with like this huge battle, and it wasn't that. It was kind of a kind of a somber type episode where they just kind of connected the dots for us and left us open with a cliffhanger. So I think a lot of people might be mad about that. I'm not sure how a lot of people are going to take it, but I'm fine with that, man. I'm fine with it because we had action all this season, man. And every season finale don't have to be like this big blow up slugfest. You know what I mean? I thought it was kind of cool that it was kind of a little slower take. It was kind of somber. And I think this reflects on this whole season, that this season wasn't supposed to be about this end of the world catastrophe that Peacemaker got to save. Really, it was about Peacemaker mentality. This is something personal to Peacemaker. This whole season was a Peacemaker in depth into his psyche. That's all this was. We were just checking in on this broken guy who's trying to be a hero and about his psyche. And everything was personal to Chris. this is really a focal point on Chris this season. This wasn't about this outside threat, this huge monster's finna attack the world. Chris got to save it like it was in season one with the alien invasion. No, this was just, it was personal. This was about Chris. That's why you have all these slugfests and stuff like that. This was about just Chris, who Chris was, and what he was going through, his personal life, and I thought it was great, man. I think it was a real good study on someone like Chris, who's a vigilante per se, just like Adrian, the real vigilante, but who Chris was, man, and what he's going through. And I love this season, man. I loved it, and yeah, and it went out without a big bang, but all in all, I thought it was great. It was emotional, and I think this whole season kind of capulates that, like it's like an emotional type season, man. And I'm with it. I'm with it, and it's one of my favorite shows of the year so far. So, oh, and they had something at the end. So at the end, they had I thought it was funny. They had the one guy when they was talking about the prison world. He was talking about building a fence around the world or something. That was kind of stupid. But the thing that was funny at the very end, they had the economist. He was supposed to be distracting like all the people in the office so they could pinpoint Peacemaker's whereabouts. So he was trying to distract them by telling jokes to like the people in like behind the computers in the little office or whatever. And he was telling this one joke was so stupid. It wasn't even a joke. He was just like, yeah, this guy picked up this girl. She was a hitchhiker. He told her to get in the back seat, and she got in the back seat, and he got pulled over by the police. The police was like, we got to check your car. They checked the back seat. It was a whole bunch of dead bodies because he was a serial killer. And the cop was like, yeah, you can't do that. And he was like, well, I have a card that says I can do it. And the cop was like, well, you have a card. I guess you could do it. And that was like the joke. And this lady just busted. Everybody's looking at him like it's stupid because it is stupid. But this one lady bust out crying, laughing. And she just wouldn't stop. The customer was like, yeah. Got another one. It was hilarious, man. It was funny. But yeah, with that being said, man, you guys comment down below, man. Let me know what y'all think about Peacemaker Season 2, man, overall. Did y'all enjoy it? Did you enjoy it more than Season 1? And do you guys hope for a Season 3, man? Or did this episode, does it disappoint you? Did you want more out of it? Or did you think it was good enough, man? You guys let me know what y'all thought about the season, what you thought about the season finale, and did you want more or what, man? You guys let me know. And, yeah, man. Shout out to John Cena and all of them, man. I thought it was a great season. And yeah, subscribe to the channel, man. Freedom by Productions, man. Thumbs up, sub up, and like always, man, thank you guys for watching. Oh, I forgot to mention too, the actual band that sings the opening had a show. They went to the show on the boat at the end. Him, Chris, and Harcourt. They went to see the actual band who sings the opening and watch them perform. It was hilarious. But with that being said, man, thank you guys for watching. And until next time, like always, Peacemaker.